All right, so this morning we want to start off on a real inspirational mood, like we always do. But today is a bit extra special for us because we have three gentlemen with us who have all graduated with their engineering degree, and they all came out from Laventille, a community which has been plagued with violence and a lot of negativity over the last few years. With me is Mr. Christian Birchwood, Mr. Jason Emmanuel Jr. James, and Kern. Boyd, gentlemen, good morning and welcome. You all look so bright and happy this morning.
Yes, we are.
And there is reason to be happy.
So true.
I want to start with you. Your story coming out of Laventille and being able to graduate with your engineering degree.
Basically, growing up, it was fine, difficult. But however, due to proper parenting and morals and values being instilled in me from my parents, it kind of deterred me from actually going to the negative side and the negative aspect that society has to offer. So with that, I stayed close to my dad, most importantly, Mr. Emmanuel James. Must say good morning to you, and Ms. Janice James, must say good morning to you all. And what I did, I actually stayed close to my dad within the construction sector. And he taught me and actually maneuvered me in such a way where I didn't have that much time to be on the supposedly block, as we would say. So I actually went to school with the support of them and made myself a well-standing individual today, thanks to the Almighty Father.
And that is commendable. Were you ever approached at any time to be involved in any gangs or any negative?
I will say, as any other community in Trinidad and Tobago, that is a norm for any upstanding or upcoming youth. And to me, I was exposed to that already, and it's not a problem. And what I did, I actually said, well, all right, yes, my stuff is actually on this side of things. Your stuff is actually on the other side of things, and this is what I stand for. And we could be friends, we are all friends. However, I stand for a certain positive time in my life.
I know you can share your message with other people. What was it like for you?
Growing up, for me, academically was a bit tough. And with this thing, I actually finished with a master's.
Really?
Yeah, master's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Growing up, I was dyslexic, basically.
Really?
And yeah, I had a lot of difficulty reading. I could recall being younger, and when it was my chance of reading classes, I basically used to be a clown. So the teacher would say, someone else read. And, coming from that background, I dig deep and, self-taught myself basically how to read and how to develop and stuff like that. So I take a lot of pride in my academics because to me, I have to dig deep to actually achieve what I've achieved.
Do you still have that problem with reading, or it has become easier?
It has become easier. Reading,
and now you have your masters. Not many people can say that they have their masters, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like for you? We heard the struggle that they both faced.
Likewise, it was very similar. Where I grew up, the setting was kind of like a home. At one point in time, there was like 17 people living under one roof. So
really,
yeah, it was tough. But like you said, the graces of the Almighty. We're here today.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Degrees in
right.
hand, and just looking forward to the future.
So true.
What was your inspiration?
Well, basically my aunt. She raised me, and I never got a chance to repay her. But she passed away, and she kept driving me, and eventually went on to that drive being, derived from my wife. She passed away.
Oh.
And, well, you have to continue. You have to keep your head up and continue.
And continue to work hard, and I'm sure
That's
that
right.
they will be proud no matter.
Yeah.
And proud and happy because you want to ensure that wherever they are looking down and smiling.
That's right.
So what next?
Basically, I'm actually presently running my own company together with my dad.
Really?
On-time
What kind of
construction
company?
Construction
Company.
Right, doing contracting at the moment. And my future plans is basically to actually just be a well-respected young man within my community and by extension the region, if I could say, and to actually help youths to be on track and to know that there's a light at every tunnel, dark tunnel, and you could do anything after God. Put God first. Family also is important. Family love. That's what I stand for ultimately, with no doubt. And put your best foot forward and do good.
I mean, and there are young men especially who may be looking on and saying, these guys, they probably had the good life and we didn't have the same opportunities.
That's true.
How would you respond to them?
You know, everybody's story is different. You know,
That's right.
the playing field isn't equal. You know, I had a lot of challenges also. I want to bad talk about police, but you know, I was discriminated a few times.
Right.
You know,
True.
so even though we might have good parenting and stuff like that, you know, we also had strong minds.
That's right.
You know, and if they wanted to say, well, everybody could make it.
Use it as an excuse.
Use it, you know.
As an excuse,
Yeah,
most times.
you know. So
It's
it's up to your mind, you know. If you're a strong individual, you'll make it. You know.
That's right.
And you three seem to be strong enough to
Yeah,
overcome
past
whatever
and
challenges
yeah.
you've faced.
That's right.
And you plan, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I would like to secure a good job, you know, acquire enough funds and pursue my master's.
You want to go for to do your
I
master's?
want to get my master's and eventually my doctorate as well.
Ah, see, me too. So good plans. Gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for coming on. Very inspirational. I want to wish you all the best and
Right,
hopefully
thank
you all will be successful in whatever you all do. All right, so thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
very
Mr.
All right,
Christian
thank you.
Birchwood, Jason Emmanuel, Jr. James, and Kern Boyd for coming on now to inspire us this morning.